Stan Carlisle lights a dilapidated house on fire in 1939 after concealing a body beneath the floorboards. He enters a traveling carnival that evening and attends a geek performance where a crazy man consumes a live chicken. Stan meets the strong man at the carnival, who offers him a temporary position for the evening. After that, Madame Zena, the carnival's clairvoyant act, and her drunken husband Pete persuade him to stay, and he starts working with them. Molly, a fellow performer, is approached by Stan, who invites her to go with him from the carnival, but she declines. Pete and Madame Zena warn Stan about posing as if they are speaking with the dead while teaching him how to use their axe-coded language and cold reading techniques. Stan discovers that Clem employs problematic alcoholics as his geeks and then provides them with drinks mixed with opium to keep them around. Pete begs Stan for booze one evening, and the following day, he is discovered dead. After learning about the geek performance, the local law police raids the carnival. Stan manipulates the local sheriff into being lenient by using his ability to read people well. Molly soon consents to accompany Stan out of the carnival. 2 years later, Stan entertains Buffalo's affluent elite with his popular psychic performance. Although Molly helps him out on stage, their relationship has soured because Stan expects too much of her. Dr. Lilith Ritter, a psychologist, interrupts a performance in an attempt to reveal the act. Stan uses his ability to read people cold to outsmart Ritter and make him look foolish. He then reads Judge Kimball, who is seated next to Ritter. Kimball asks Stan to assist him and his wife in speaking with their deceased son after the show. Despite Molly's misgivings, Stan agrees. Stan meets Ritter to acquire Kimball's knowledge. Ritter accepts, but demands that Stan participate in a therapeutic session rather than get paid. Molly arranges an unplanned party at the hotel for Madame Zena and other artists that evening. Madame Zena, who claims to have read Stan's plans from the tarot, cautions Stan against doing Kimball's reading. Stan reads aloud to Kimball and his spouse with success and receives a generous payment. Ritter declines his offer to divide the cost, agreeing instead to keep the money hidden from Molly. Ritter is informed by Stan that Kimball has extended an invitation for him to meet Ezra Grindle, an extremely successful industrialist who was formerly Ritter's patient. Stan pilfers the remaining details from Grindle's documents while Ritter gives only partial information on her. He finds out that a young woman named Dory was forced to have an abortion by Grindle, and that the ill-administered treatment probably caused her death. Stan starts drinking after he successfully persuades Grindle that he is a genuine medium. He also initiates an affair with Ritter. For outrageous costs, Stan sees Grindle on a daily basis, and Grindle insists that Stan bring Dory's soul to life. Molly only agrees to act as Dory when Stan asks her to, and only then can she leave Stan. The day Stan is going to bring Dory to life, Kimball's wife kills her husband and ends her life in order to be with their son again. That night, Grindle admits that he injured more women following Dory's passing. Molly then appears as Dory, but upon closer examination, her disguise is not convincing. Stan beats Grindle to a pulp and runs over Grindle's bodyguard with his car, killing both of them, after Grindle threatens him and hits Molly. Terrified, Molly walks out. When Stan shows up at Ritter's office to pick up his funds, she betrays him by keeping the majority of them hidden. When security shows there, he is forced to flee after attacking her. He killed his bedridden father by purposefully putting him in hypothermia and then setting his house on fire, according to a flashback. A few months later, an alcoholic and destitute Stan comes across advertisements for Madame Zena. After discovering a new carnival, Stan discovers that his previous one is closed. The new owner rejects Stan's desperate attempt to sell his mentalist show because of Stan's appearance and the act's outmoded nature. Stan accepts the owner's offer of a drink and a temporary job as a geek.